introduce a new thing, we have to understand the new challenges. There are a lot of R&Ds required. Get rid of fastness challenges we are facing. Being we are very loud and clear about the call outs, and we discuss this with our brand buyers first and then to the factories to make them understand that natural dyes is not, it will not react like synthetic dyes, because its properties, its nature is simply different than the conventional dyes. But still we are having problem with the mindset of the facts. Most of the factories are now adopting, but initially we are having a challenge, and still we are facing some challenges in factories. When we go for the development trials, they still think like they were thinking in synthetic trial case. So they have to understand the difference between natural dyes and synthetic dyes, its nature, its behavior during the dyeing process. It won't match like the reactive or pigment dyeing. That's okay. Then this is their concern. When they don't found anything matching their regular things, they become worried. Although we tell them that, oh, don't worry, this is very natural, it is quite okay. So here we seek some kind of support from brands and buyers to give them assurance, to give the factories assurance of a leverage of accepting the performance whatever it is, so that the factories will be more comfortable doing the developments, and they will keep their interest going on to practice more natural dyes dyeing in their dye house, so that they will become well acquainted with the change thing. Their dyeing process are changed, so maybe they can do this. And the other thing is with the brands and buyers, which I must say that they must most of the time we face some offhand rejection from buyers or the retailers. That is because of the maybe for the color, for the shade, because natural dyes mostly they are pale, not bright as they expecting. Sometimes the color fastness things are there. Another major challenge is the brands to give the premium when they on the first hand they reject the developments without assessing their further benefits, fringe benefits, and especially the environmental impact. So here I think buyers need to be careful, because if they support us, we will be encouraged to make some further progress. Otherwise, things will be becoming more challenging. And another important thing is the test standards. Obviously, natural dyes will not give the color fastness as we are expecting from reactive and other dyes. But we have to understand that natural dyes is having different chemistry, different properties and categories of the dyes itself. Until the natural dyes standards is developed, which is under process by the ISO. And till then we have to understand that natural dyes, when we are testing, like in our case, AMA Herbal always recommends some ISO method for all kind of color fastness test. We have every method, recommended to the customers to see the results. But unfortunately, here again, buyers and brands are so much rigid into their existing testing system or method. So that brings no good to the promotion of natural dyes. So this area need to be carefully ridden, and they must understand that natural dyes, like one of the sodium perborate, when we use as a detergent, sodium perborate is okay with other dyes, but for natural dyes, sodium perborate is the main enemy. So it's definitely gonna give you a bad result, the fading in washing. So instead of using sodium perborate, we have to use other detergents. We have to use soft detergent rather than going with the harsh detergent. So these things are very logical to understand, because when we are going to introduce a new thing, we have to understand the new challenges, and we have to accept, we have to give some leverage to the developers to get into the market. And if the more R&Ds there are a lot of R&Ds required, get rid of fastness challenges we are facing. So here also brands, even the country as a whole, the globe I mean, the SDG responsibility is to invest more and more on this kind of manufacturers, I mean, who are producing natural dyes or sustainable dyes or chemicals, whatever. We need some strong R&D researchers, top rank world researchers to work with us to overcome those challenges we are facing in the market, that brands also know, factories also know, and we also are aware of it. So yeah, there are certain challenges, but it is not that it will stop you. It will take you to a step, but we need some pragmatic actions to be taken, and then we will have a good market of natural dyes in Bangladesh or globe.